class, but I am a substitute teacher. That means I have to be prepared to go wherever they need teachers most, at any hour of the day or night, and teach anything from gym to home ec. I took an oath, darn it. Excuse me. And if I start to pick and choose, the whole system just breaks down.
I'm going to invite our new neighbors to dinner. We can't expect them to break the ice. These people are by nature shy and reserved. I read somewhere that the Chinese language has 70 words for rice, but no word for friend.
This is my wife, Min, and daughter Khan Jr.
And this is Peggy Hill. On behalf of Arlen, Texas, I would like to welcome you to our country. Now, please make yourselves at home and take off your shoes.
Wait, you just shampoo carpet?
You know, I read somewhere that in certain parts of China, meat is as scarce as toilet paper.
Well, where you read that?
Oh, who can remember? You know, as a substitute teacher, I have to review all sorts of learning materials. Maybe it was on a placemat. And I know, I was once the new girl in town myself.
Me, Khan Jr. have a barbecue tomorrow. It means so much if you come.
Well, thank you, Min. We would be honored to come. And if you need any help with the barbecue, or if you just want to know what a barbecue is, you give me a call.
How are you holding up, Mrs. Hill?
Well, I'm okay. I'm just a little uncomfortable from sitting here for so long.
Okay, let's take a 5-minute break.
You cannot make authentic guacamole out of lima beans and Ritz crackers. Oh, these people. Gringos. Oh, he's the devil. Anyway, Hank, would you please tell Boomhauer Swiss cheese is not Mexican. It is American. I want him to bring some Monterey hack.
Bobby, honey, you've been sleeping in that vest for 2 weeks. What's wrong?
I think I messed up. I made Dad not like guns anymore.
Oh, son, that can't be true. Your father's love for guns is unconditional.
Then why doesn't he want to shoot with me in the tournament? Is he afraid I'm going to embarrass him?
Well, it must be, because he loves guns. Well, they asked me to substitute for a German class, and I said 9, which I thought meant yes, but apparently 9 means no, so I blew a big opportunity.
Who, me? Oh, no. I'm an archaeologist. Professor John Lerner, Ph.D.
Oh, Peggy Hill. You know, I'm a teacher, too. Substitute Spanish,
Your husband came to see me the other day with a Cotto arrowhead.
Well, I am the one who first determined it was not a rock.
Well, you are a friend to archaeology.
What do you think it is?
I'm not sure yet.
I think it's a clay pot.
More likely a ceramic bowl.
You may be right.
Yes. Would you excuse me?
Right. If the Cato could play chunky with a stone disc, why couldn't they invent the wheel?
Peggy.
No, you cannot just blow my mind and leave.
Sorry, big day tomorrow. We're digging up your rose bushes.
Oh, how exciting.
Maybe you and Bobby would like to assist me.
I don't believe it. Our first dig.
Mr. Hill, it's Lita Anderson. All 3 kids got the croup, and I'm clear out of propane. It's cold. It's real cold.
All finished, Hank. Okay, here it is. 1 resignation letter, signed and self-notarized. Hank?
We stay in beautiful Mitad duplex condo with Khan's brother and family.
Oh, yes, lovely.
What Mitad mean exactly in English? First class? Deluxe?
Mitad. You know, that's one of those words that doesn't translate easily.
Extra special luxury?
It conveys the idea of simple but relatively clean living.
Well, sure, there are some pros. It's a good deal, and I guess there's nothing tying us to the house now that we've got automatic sprinklers, but there's also the cons. The biggest one being, well, con.
Hank, I saw the brochure. The condo is 2 stories and very mitad. You would barely have to see him. Oh, come on, Hank. I can finally replace that papier-mâché pear I got when I was an exchange student in Oaxaca.
Come on, Dad. It's the real-life home of TV's Monsignor Martinez.
Well, okay. If you all want to go, I guess it's Buenos Dias, Mexico.
Oh, Hank, I'm sorry, but you just said, good God's Mexico.
Hello, I'm Hank Hill, and I'd like you to sign my petition.
Hank Hill, I want you to get in the car right now before the whole town sees you.
No, I am not a quitter, and I don't rent pornography.
I'm begging you, Hank. Pay the $40. We will buy a new dryer, and you can finally change your underwear. Honey, it's the right thing to do.
Not until I prove my innocence once and for all. That's why I'm taking Arlen Video to small claims court, Peggy. I'm putting the whole system on trial.
Oh, you have not heard a word I've said. What do I have to do to get through to you? Do I have to take off my shirt and dance like the women in your movies?
I don't rent those movies.
Hank, if you want to keep up your silly little battle, then you go it alone. I am sorry.
Peggy, there's something I've got to tell you. I interviewed a woman today, and apparently she's very handsome. She's also extremely well qualified and sharp as a tack, but don't worry, I'm not going to hire her.
Why would I worry? I feel for her. If people had been afraid to hire me because I'm pretty and smart, I would have never gotten where I am today. What if this is all my fault? A mother should be there for her baby when he's in trouble, not halfway across town. Oh, sure, I'm a hotshot substitute teacher, but sometimes I don't even have time to make my own son breakfast. Oh, come to think of it, yesterday, the oddest little tune popped into my head. Sort of silly, but, well, you'll tell me if you think there's something to it. There once was a turtle that lived in her shell. The shell was her home and her prison as well.
Whoa, there's definitely something to that.
Really? But thank you. You know, I had a feeling it was very, very good. Here.
What's this?
It's my scrapbook. This is the way that rational people deal with death, Hank, by clipping articles out about grisly accidents from the local newspapers. It is also my hobby.
Good Lord. What, Peggy, what?
You would think that, but I am such a good kisser, Mom. Marie says so. You should have seen it. She bent my head back. She tucked her in.
Bobby, you are only 12. You should be afraid of girls.
You're just jealous because you aren't as in love as me and Marie.
Bobby, I really don't think you can compare a 2-day infatuation to a 20-year marriage.
I bet Marie and me have kissed more in 2 days than you have in your whole marriage. You know, I don't think I've ever seen you guys kiss.
Your father has kissed me.
Peggy!
I'm not afraid to show my love. You are.
Your father and I have done things you can't even imagine.
Peggy, please! Somebody push you off your bike, son?
Marie broke up with me.
Oh, it doesn't feel so good, does it, son?
No.
I guess your love wasn't as strong as your father's and mine, now was it?
No, it wasn't.
Is that her? Ah, now it all makes sense. She looks exactly like me.
I didn't say... I just don't think you're the pageant type.
Really? Well, let's see. All you have to be is married and over 23. Well, I've got that covered. So, how would we rate me? I would say face, A-, body, B+, personality, A+, and brains, A+. So, with my smarts and looks and muchos talentos, well, I think I have a huge edge over these bimbos, huh, Hank? I'm gonna enter.
You were beautiful.
Were? Oh, Bobby, I still am.
Okay.
Bobby, don't you see, when you look at me now, you can't see somebody who's beautiful. You just see a mother.
I don't know. I think Connie's mom is beautiful. And Mrs. Grandma.
All right.
Hey, there's me standing next to the world's largest roadrunner.
Are you still having those nightmares where he pecks out your eyes?
I forgot about those.
Good.
Oh, no, not my eyes.
I thought he stopped having those nightmares.
It says here in your application that you speak Spanish.
Mm-hmm. Sí, absolutamente. En la escuela intermedia de Tom Landry, soy maestra substituta de español.
Peggy Hill, la revolución digital definitivamente ha cambiado nuestras vidas. Como esposa y una madre, ¿cómo planea viajar al expreso de información entre el próximo milenio?
Sí,
amigo?
I have never gotten up that early in my life unless fish were involved.
Hank, the day after Thanksgiving is, in my opinion, the biggest shopping day of the year, and I will not spend another year giving Dallas Mavericks crap because the cowboy stuff was all sold out. So I want us in bed by 7:30. Hank, wake up. I just want to tell you that I'm learning more about how you destroyed Bobby's life. I searched through my old social studies files, and look what I found. In a tribe in Papua New Guinea, a boy who misses out on a rite of passage, in their case, killing a missionary, remains a boy forever. He will never become a man.
This is a report by a 7th grader, and it only got a C.
He's not being an ingrate on purpose. The only way that Bill could get Lenore back was to become her. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some psychological basis to it.
What if a very large man was trapped in a burning building and she had to carry him out?
Then she would do a fire person's carry, formerly known as a fireman's carry.
What's that?
It allows a woman to lift a man's weight through a scientific principle that I like to call leverage. Now come over here, I'll show you.
Oh, yeah! Oh, no!
Peggy, let me help you.
Oh, I'm fine. I've got it.
Did you hurt your leg? 'Cause you seem to be limping.
Well, I have not noticed a limp. Maybe it's because I'm carrying a heavy bag.
Well, maybe it has something to do with when you pulled your groin picking me up.
Well, honey, I don't think that could be true, since ladies do not have groins. Needs improvement? I have never needed to improve on anything in my whole life.
Stop, Peggy! Would you look at yourself?
Mikey! Joseph Gribble, did you put this here?
No.
Joseph, you are talking to Paddling Peggy here.
All right, what's going on? Yeah.
Your son stole my Paddling Peggy paddle. This is the only thing that stands between the Arlen school system and complete chaos.
Yeah.
Apologize, you.
I didn't do anything.
All right, I am not all talk, you know.
Yeah.
You didn't apologize, so you chose your fate.
Somebody stop her!
Peggy, no!
I said I didn't do anything.
He's telling the truth, Mom. He was with me all day.
Well, somebody took it.
It was Bill.
No, it wasn't.
All right, it was me. I took it. Somebody had to stop you. You're crazy.
Oh, my.
It's okay, son. Daddy's here. You big bully.
I win.
You don't win. You can't just... You can't...
I can't just what?
You don't just...
What? Where's your imagination now? Where are those precious ideas when you need them, huh?
Hey, you are... Oh!
Ow!
Ow!
Anyway, your script is brilliant. I wouldn't change a word.
Well, now that you mention it, you did change one teeny little word.
Really? Did I?
Yes, you said Arlenites instead of Arlenians.
Oh, that's the Channel 84 preferred term for residents of Arlen.
Well, technically, residents of Arlen are called Arlenians. As a substitute educator, I would know that.
Well, you're the writer, Shug. I'm just the professional television personality.
It's just a wand.
Yeah, that's right, Dale. Show 'em who's boss.
Well, hello, Reverend. I am Peggy Hill, and this is Peggy Hill's Frito Pie. It is a traditional Texas recipe that I found on a bag of Fritos. Oh, poor Reverend Stroop, huh? Just seeing how much people enjoyed my Frito pie must have been salt in her wounds. And I read in the paper that the flames were so hot, they literally burned the very wood the church was made of.
I got sick in the bathroom. I lit the matches. I burned down the church. I let everyone blame Grandpa.
I told you I didn't do it.
Your boy is the man with the terrible smell.
Oh.
I knew it. I knew this was too good to be true. Hank, please. Death row is perfectly safe. There's a code of conduct that all prisoners are obligated to obey.
How do you say, Peggy Hill is the smartest, most talented woman on earth? In Spanish.
Well, that would be Peggy Hill es bueno.
Oh, rock me, Amadeus!
Now, Wes, you shake the letters, not the timer. Let me paint you a happy picture, Hank. A broken-down, illiterate man with nothing but death staring him in the face spells out the word party with his family boggle set. And then he croons White Christmas to me as I leave his cell for the day. Now that is a happy picture, Hank.
I know it was stupid, but we were playing out in the yard and the top fell off. Jeanette will give you some more timer sand.
What about using a watch?
Peggy, that's not real boggle.
Well, this should certainly last him a while.
I have something to tell you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Good. Peggy, all this timer sand you've been bringing me?
Oh, don't mention that.
This is coke, Peggy. You've been smuggling me cocaine. That's a federal offense. And you know what? You're gonna bring me more of it.
Is this some kind of a...
How stupid can you be? I never had you as a teacher. I grew up in Arkansas. I'm almost 40, for cripe's sakes. I wrote every teacher in the Arlen yearbook, and you were the only sap dumb enough to answer.
Oh, Hank, it's so awful. Hank, I've been smuggling cocaine into Wes.
Smuggling cocaine? That's got to be illegal, Peggy.
Well, I thought it was boggle sand.
Because we've got a plan. Sure we do. It's a terrific plan. We discarded 2 perfectly good plans when we came up with this great one.
Why didn't you tell me about our terrific plan?
Peggy, I made that up.
And the other 2 plans?
Hey, what would happen if we just gave Wes a brick of regular timer sand?
Well, we can't do that. He is going to deal this batch to the Aryan Brotherhood if they think he tried to pull a fast one.
They would make a pincushion out of him.
Unless he tastes it. He always tasted the timer sand when I brought it in. I didn't think anything of it at the time. He always said it was very good timer sand. Primo. Well, I guess someone owes me an apology.
I wouldn't hold your breath. I don't think Wes even apologized for those people he killed.
I was talking about you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, do you even know what you're apologizing for?
No, I'm sorry, but I don't.
I accept. You apologize because you said I couldn't take care of myself, and I can. I mean, Luann is clearly crazy. If it was a true religious vision, why would it come to her? I was home.
Mom?
Bobby?
You really fell out of a plane?
Yes, sir, I did. Your mom is one of only 16 people who have survived parachutes not opening. Now, 16 is my estimate. I'll double-check my numbers later. I invited Cotton and Dee Dee and the baby to stay with me until they can take care of him on their own.
You think you can help them take care of a baby?
Okay, enough. I'm better off in the living room anyway. I can run the whole house from here. Hub of the wheel, hub of the wheel. Bobby, honey, come on in here. I will teach you how to change a diaper.
Already did it. I fed him, washed him, diapered him. GH is good to go. But I got spit up on my good shorts.
Just put them by the sink. I'll get right to it. But maybe for now, just pull down your shirt. Do you know what torture that is? I was once one of the finest mothers in the state of Texas, and now I can't even wipe a baby. And I have to watch those 2, Cotton and Stupid, with their beautiful new baby that they don't even want.
Huh. They can make a saw that doesn't cut skin, but they can't make a parachute that opens.
Can we move this along? I have a full day ahead of me. Boggle with Nancy at 2, softball practice at 4, and at some point I should probably take a shower.
Now, Peggy, don't expect to be 100% right away. It's likely your muscles have atrophied.
Well, what you may not know, Doctor, is that every morning since the accident, I have been doing isometric butt clenches. No. Thank you, Doctor. I will take over from here.
Oh!
Teaching band today, are you? You know, after you win Substitute of the Year this time, they might just rename it the Hill Trophy.
Oh, I can't suggest that, Hank. You'd have to suggest that.
Well, I sure do have the time. This whole not working thing is going to give me a heart attack. I tell you what, God, that'd be embarrassing. Hank Hill found dead not working.
Well, I wish I could stay and help, but until they invent a machine that can stand in front of a band and keep the beat, I am needed. Well, there is no rest for a substitute teacher, Luann, except for 10 minutes every hour and 45 minutes for lunch.
Oh. I'm a pre-education major. Maybe I could be a substitute teacher.
Oh, Luann, honey, I was not laughing at you. I was laughing at the idea.
Well, hey there, Peggy. Welcome to my classroom.
Hank, it's Mrs. Peggy Hill in front of the voters. Or 2-time Substitute of the Year, Mrs. Hill. Yes, that sounds more natural. Didn't you hear the bell ring? In 2 minutes, these students will be tardy somewhere. Did anyone show you how to fill out a hall pass?
No, but I made my own rubber hall pass stamp.
Hank, what is going to happen when that falls into the wrong hands? Well, I guess you don't have a stamp to answer that, do you? By now, you have probably all heard about the suspension of popular shop teacher Mr. Hill and his disqualification for Substitute Teacher of the Year.
That's so unfair.
He lost his job.
I could not agree more. And in protest, I, Peggy Hill, have decided to take my name off the ballot. Instead, I will run as Mrs. Hank Hill. Honey, I called the school. They will let you back on school grounds just for the award ceremony.
Well, that's terrific.
Which I take as a very good indication of my chances. Let's go.
I'd like to announce the winner of this year's Substitute Teacher of the Year Award. Mrs. Hank Hill.
What? Oh, gosh, thank you. Who would have thought that I would win 3 years in a row? Honey, my speech.
Look, it's Mr. Hill.
You hear that, Hank? I fell out of a plane, and just 2 months later, I have landed on my feet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, shut!
Gracias. I accept this on behalf of everyone who has ever fallen out of a plane and lived to win her 3rd straight Substitute Teacher of the Year award. I am king of the school! Woo!
Bon bonté.
He's speaking some kind of French.
Let me handle this. I speak Spanish. It's the same thing. Hey, señor, dígame las direcciones a la casa de la Doterives, por favor. He wants a tip.
Je m'appelle Bill Dotrive. J'ingarde pour ma tante Esme Dotrive.
Well, Luann does not have a ticket. You were supposed to buy tickets for the family.
That's right. I bought tickets for all 3 members of the Hill family. Hank Hill, Peggy Hill, and Bobby Hill. The Hills.
What is the matter with you? As far as Luann knows, you love her and you consider her a part of this family. Do not let her know that you neglected to buy her a ticket.
Well, I think she's going to find out when we leave her here.
No, sir. You will buy Luann a ticket at the airport, and it is not going to be easy, because the day before Thanksgiving is, in my opinion, one of the busiest travel days of the year.
Lieutenant, I was just in the bathroom next to the pilot. He told me they don't have enough workers to de-ice their planes, but TWA does, and they're honoring all tickets.
Un momento, señor. Yo habla español. Yes. Do you know where I can catch the TWA flight?
I think it's gate 58. 58.
Come on, Hank, you heard the man. We have to go to gate 58. Ándale.
That was nothing but third-hand gossip. You're acting like you're drunk.
Look, Bobby, chock full of chips just opened a second register.
Oh, God.
Hank! Hank!
away!
What?
Get him! Go get him!
Bobby, What's the matter with you?
Cookies.
Hank, did you hear that announcement? The gate agent just said we're supposed to go to the TWA flight.
What? All right, let me go ask him and...
No, there is no time.
Peggy, I need your help.
I need hard copies. I could lose everything, Hank. Everything. 7-letter boggle words, my Peggy Hill self-abridged thesaurus, musings, ponderings on the way to being musings, rap, music, wrapping paper. I know I can crack that nut.
Peggy, why don't you take off that nasal strip? Maybe your snoring will drown out the sound of that dang printer.
Do not blame me. Blame the freaking millennium. Oh no, my opinions!
Mom, do you have trouble getting started when you write your musings?
No, not at all. I just sit down and I write what I feel. I Peggy Hill the heck out of it.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I was just about to return your son's essay.
Wow, an A!
Oh, yeah. So, just an A, not an A+?
I find my best ideas come to me while I am soaking in the tub, sipping on a cup of cocoa.
Well, that's very interesting. Because when I am stuck on a musing column, what I like to do is find someone helpful to bounce ideas off of.
That's not really my style. What works for me, see, is the cocoa.
That's because you're a writer, Bobby. Your mother's just a muser. It looks like the torch has been passed, and it has finally been lit.
Credit where credit is due is not just a phrase for bankers and lawyers. Ugh, good but not great.
Why don't you just get Bobby to help you? He got an A, Aunt Peggy.
Hank, take a look at these and tell me I'm not crazy.
My husband's love affair with beer and why I'm not jealous. Well, I do like beer.
I thought it was great, too. But apparently the arts editor of the Arlen Bystander thinks people are much more interested in celebrity birthdays than in reading my musings.
They stopped running your musings?
Oh, Hank, they think the public doesn't care what is on my mind.
Well, don't give up, Peggy. Hey, look at Bobby. He got an F and bounced right back. This is like an F for you. All you need to do is find a good topic like Bobby did. Though I wouldn't go near the flag, Bobby's pretty much written the final word on that.
I wrote Bobby's essay.
What? No, that flag inspired Bobby to greater heights.
It was all me.
You wrote the whole thing?
You know, he has never even thanked me, not once. And would it kill him to say to people, my mom helped me with that line, or my mom wrote that essay, I had nothing to do with it?
Well, I agree he shouldn't take credit, but you shouldn't have written it for him in the first place. From where I'm sitting, you both screwed up. Now, what are you going to do about it?
Well, I cannot speak for Bobby.
Well, you have no problem writing for him.
Damn straight, I got an A.
Yeah, well, everyone's asking me to help them with their papers because, well, you know, I'm the best writer in school.
Really? Well, you are not the best writer in the school. I am. I wrote that essay. Me!
I never said you didn't.
Yes, you did. Now, if you don't mind, I have to get back to my musings column because no one is going to write it for me.
I thought the Bystander wasn't running musings anymore.
Yes, well, in the time it took them to turn down my last batch, I have written 185 more, 161 of those being pure gold. The rest are resubmissions.
Your musings are back. Hey, good for you, Peggy. How'd you do it?
I bought ad space. Damn right.
I guess deep down inside, part of me always knew I didn't deserve that A.
Oh, God. When those students see me on stage, they're going to expect me to receive another Substitute Teacher of the Year award, not a self-administered tongue lashing. I'm sorry, I cannot do it. I won't. It is not fair to the students.
What you two did was wrong. You've not only disgraced the flag, you've disgraced the republic for which it stands. If I were you, I'd start writing your apologies. And if I were you, I'd hide yours from Bobby.
Those students don't need an apology. They need something to believe in. And that's what we'll give them. Boy loves his country. Mother loves her son. It's as American as apple pie. And if Donovan says boo, they'll hang her for treason. Yeah! I love apple pie! That flag got us into this mess, and that flag is going to get us out. At tomorrow's assembly, we will give those saps a good old-fashioned star-spangled snow job. With the power vested in me by the great state of Texas, I hereby notarize this beer coaster. Congratulations, Hank. You own a barbecue restaurant. And because we live in a community property state, I own half. So, in addition, congratulations to me. Now, this is our new suggestion box. It is a way for each of us to anonymously suggest ways we can whip this place into shape without fear of losing your job. Oh, someone's already made a suggestion. This is exciting. Sweep out the sawdust and put down carpet. Carpet Tex is having another going out of business sale. Excellent. Approved.
You know, that box would work better if you cut a hole in the top.
Possibly. Now, in addition to the anonymous suggestion, I have a few thoughts of my own. Elvin, when customers walk into Sugarfoots, what's their first thought?
I'm hungry?
It's, why isn't this place good enough to be a chain? Now, my own experience tells me that people are willing to sacrifice individuality for comfort and familiarity. And in his autobiography, Wendy's founder Dave Thomas agrees.
Peggy, have you seen Debbie from work?
It is always about your work, isn't it, Hank? Well, we're not at Strickland Propane now. We are at Peggy's Sugarfoots. You haven't said one word about how I've turned this place around. Everybody is gonna love my new barbecue sauce. Whoop. What was that?
Says he was with you, sparking up a J.
In English, please?
Lighting up a J.
Getting high? He said that?
What do you say you unplug your Peggies, put down the classifieds, and come on to bed?
As a former restaurant manager, I am accustomed to setting my own hours. And unfortunately, these are the hours I have set.
I know you miss running that restaurant.
Oh, it's not the restaurant I miss. It's the people, Hank. Managing people. Telling them what to do and then watching as they do it.
Well, maybe you could ask the school to let you substitute teach the first grade again. Those kids usually do what you tell them.
It's just not enough anymore. I am a natural-born leader who can build business from 0 to infinity. Must be highly motivated self-starter with own car. My God, Hank, that's me.
Peggy, it's almost midnight. You're going to wake them up.
Oh, no. I am going to shake them up. So you would consider what you do sales or management?
A little bit of management, mostly sales.
Yes, management. Thank you.
Well, it sounds to me like one of those pyramid schemes.
No, not at all. As the brochure describes it, it is not a pyramid. It is a triangle. And it is not a scheme, Hank. It is an opportunity. Good question, though.
This doesn't taste like raspberry truffle at all.
Well, then, honey, you're eating it wrong. Put it down. All right, come on, let's get to it. Hank, you will sell at work. Your assistant manager, I would think they would have to buy from you. And Luann, you will sell at college. You must have made a whole bunch of new friends that you can pressure. Okay, my people, I call to order the very first meeting of my international sales force. So, before we start, any fun sales stories? Huh? Anything at all? Okay. Well, it's been a week, and at this time, I would like to please see your order sheets.
Here you go, Peggy.
One sale.
I can't sell at the office. It's a propane place. I need to keep that pure.
Luann, I did not get your sheet.
I didn't do one. Oh, but I did give away all my samples.
What samples? Those weren't samples. My God, what am I running? You think one sale between the three of us is going to keep this company going? Oh, I will fire you if your sales figures don't improve. Now, put on your button, go to the airport, and move some product.
Peggy, may I say what an honor it is.
Have you heard of a quota system? Now, I give you a certain number of sales that you have to make by the end of the month.
So, we'll say this first month's quota is, I don't know, $10,000.
What? No, that's a lot of sales, Peggy.
Well, I thought as much.
Yeah, I'll do it. I can do it.
Then this conversation is over.
$10,000 in his first month? That William Dotrieve is quite a find.
Well, thank you. I molded him, motivated him. You know how it is.
Is he excited about the San Antonio conference?
Are you kidding? Am I excited? I cannot wait to go.
Oh, it's just for the salesman himself, Peggy. Just the double diamond sellers. And a guest. Your own numbers were quite small.
Well, Lainey, my sales are low because of my management responsibilities. You know, meeting with my supplier and...
I am your supplier, and meeting with me is like 10 minutes.
But it is a 15-minute drive, and I was 20 minutes late. You have won a trip to the MetaLife State Sales Conference in San Antonio. Did I mention that you get to bring a guest? And business etiquette dictates that you invite me. Oh, Hank, my very first business trip. I am finally getting the recognition that I have always given myself.
Isn't this Bill's trip? Didn't he win it? Aren't you just his guest?
Hank, you're fired. Just like some would say it's impossible to move 2,000 units, but I know you could do it.
Yeah, I already sold half.
No.
Yeah, I talked the hotel into stocking all the minibars with them.
You did not. Oh, my God, we're going to Nationals. Yes! Oh, come here.
All right.
This is the double diamond pin that you won. I think you deserve it even more than I do. Everything was going great, but then when I try to motivate him, that's a management term, with a little praise, my term, he goes plum loco, Spanish term. Taking advantage of your low self-esteem to boost my own already healthy esteem. My child is an honor student at Westview Elementary. Yeah? Well, my child is God to billions of Asians!
So, just hang in there. Okay, then. Don't forget to brush. Okay, here we go. Lord, Hank Hill here, Methodist. Sorry about missing the homeless prayer service. Now, about Bobby, I'm pretty sure we're on the same page about this llama thing. I was kind of hoping that you could just have him fail this test tomorrow. You know, like you've had him fail so many other tests in the past. And the starving kids. I've got to go. Amen.
Hey, Bobby Hill, look, I got a statue of Buddha. Separated at birth or what? If he picks right, he gets to keep all those prizes.
What if he picks wrong?
Cap snaffler. Snaffles caps off all size jugs, bottles, and jars, and it really, really works.
This is the final test. Please, choose an item you see on this rug.
I can pick anything I see on this rug.
Yes.
I pick Connie, right there in the mirror.
I make him pick for real. He cheating.
There is no cheating. The test has been taken. He has chosen.
Oh, Bobby.
Do you think maybe I should pick?
No.
Hey, Bobby, how'd you like to come to the barber shop with me tomorrow?
I don't think it's up to you, Hank. Or you, Bobby.
Peggy, you've put in 12 great years cutting Bobby's hair, and he's been very good about it. But Bobby's a big boy now, and I think he can handle seeing those copies of Esquire Jack has lying around.
I get to go to Jack.
Bobby, you start going to him now, maybe in a couple of years you can call him Jack.
You can help me pick out my new haircut, Mom. We'll talk about it over chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk? Oh, no. You're much too big a boy for chocolate milk.
Yeah, we could do a few sketches, a little improv, wear some wigs.
And you will be called the pro-paniacs.
No. The pro-paniacs.
That's great, Bobby. Here's to the pro-paniacs.
The pro-paniacs.
Yes, he did. You know, Hank, there are still places where Boss Fortner's tentacles do not reach. The propane maniacs could perform in high schools, shopping malls, anywhere.
Yes, there's over 60 million people who use propane in this nation, Peggy.
Well, I find that difficult to believe. I think you mean 6 million.
You want me to get the book?
Yes, I do. Nancy, I am so glad you finally took my advice and decided to love Dale.
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad their marriage has stopped crumbling, but when are these couples dates going to end? You know, Dale thought we wanted to swing.
Swing? Absolutely not. You get Nancy and I end up with Dale. Who's the clear winner there, Dale? You'll get the other half when we get back.
My turn.
Bet you're a gifted athlete.
Well, I am one of the best softball pitchers in the Tri-Towns.
That's because you have really, really amazing feet. They're long enough to give you a perfect stride and wide enough to root you firmly on the ground. I don't even have to ask if you're a professional success.
I have three-peated the Substitute Teacher of the Year award at Tom Landry Middle School.
I would have been surprised if you'd said otherwise.
Well, that's great. I'll get to see my wife in a movie.
Actually, it's not really me in the film. It's mainly my feet.
Well, everyone has to start somewhere. What's it about?
It is an empowerment video for people in the foot community. Oh, the director, who is a genius, filmed me getting a foot massage and soaking my feet in butter, stimulating my soles with a ping pong paddle. Hank, he may even distribute it on the internet.
The internet? Well, tell me, does a big movie star like you still like her steaks medium rare?
And so, I have finally taken my own advice to combine my love of education with my interest in edutainment.
This is an internet site called peggysfeet.com.
Well, I think that is wonderful. Now women who are too embarrassed to even go to the doctor can be inspired by my feet in the privacy of their own homes.
Peggy, your feet are stepping on raw hamburger.
Yes, Mr. Trimble says that is a common European beauty treatment.
Here's some honey being poured all over them.
It tones the pores.
Yeah, and now a bunch of flies get stuck to them.
Okay, now that was a mistake.
Here's where you can buy the flies.
They're selling the flies? Well, I'm sure the money goes to important foot-related charities.
Your socks are for sale, too. Peggy, they're foot fetish videos.
Oh, my God. I am not here to swim, Trimble. I know what you're up to. I have it on good authority, my own, that you have been exploiting my feet for unseemly purposes. So really, what you're saying is, I will be helping create a better world for men and women? I'd be like Rosa Parks.
This website is your bus, Peggy. Ride it to freedom.
I sent song lyrics to every major country music star, and I finally got this from Mr. Randy Travis.
Randy Travis?
Okay. Dear songwriter, we regret to inform you, blah, 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 legal reasons, blah, blah, never read it, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Once again, good luck with your songwriting career. Signed, Rob Readers of the law firm Readers and Anatole.
Huh. Kind of sounds to me like Randy Travis's lawyer sent you a rejection letter.
Oh, Hank, they have to say that. Travis loved my lyrics. He called me a songwriter. He said I have a career in front of me. And you know what? He
is right.
We've had many great suggestions for our church bus trip this year, and we've decided to go to Country Music Fanfare in Nashville, Tennessee.
I win! That was my suggestion. Thank you, Assistant Pastor Rayburn. For those of you who don't know, I am Peggy Hill. And Fanfare is a 4-day festival where we will get to meet our favorite country music stars, including my friend, Randy Travis. Okay. May God look upon you with kindness and give you peace. Amen. You are now dismissed. Please see me for your seat assignments before you get on the bus.
I was planning to let people sit wherever they wanted, like church.
Church is not a field trip. As a substitute educator, I know field trips, and as a country songwriter, I also know Nashville.
Peggy, I'm the assistant pastor of this congregation, and I did go to divinity school in Nashville, where I wrote a hymn or two.
Yes, but you did not get a letter from Randy Travis, and I did.
On the bus!
Lord, thank you for the food we're about to eat, for the quick-moving line at the Sawyer Brown booth, for the calm skies.
And please, God, please punish Randy Travis for stealing my song. Well, it never would have happened if he hadn't stolen my song.
Hey! Hey, somebody help! Get me out of here!
Down here, men.
Oh, yeah. That's not real. You made that yourself. They wouldn't take any more blood from you.
Well, maybe not in Arlen, maybe not in McMainerberry, but then there's a little town called Houston. And when that construction crane fell over, they didn't have time to ask questions.
You lying!
I would not be down here gloating if I were. I think I'll go inside and brew some coffee.
I have carried in Bobby's birthday cake for every one of his birthdays. I am the Cal Ripken of birthday cakes. Now look at me, banished to the garage while Bobby's party goes on without me or a decent mixtape. Who wants birthday cake? Yes, yes, 13 for 13. Uh-huh, in your face, boy. Uh-huh. Hey, Bobby, it's your birthday. That's right, I served you cake. Uh-huh, I'm Peggy. Pull your leggy. Oh, Bobby, let's go. Say what? That's right, I'm all that. I'm Peggy. Uh-huh, get funky.
Well, now that you know, everybody does hate your Bible tournament. But it's because you give grades instead of prizes.
Yes, Boggle is a harsh mistress. Maybe I should come up with a game that other people have a chance at. It's going to be tough to find one that doesn't give me an advantage. I came up with the prize wheel late last night, so picture this as a 30-foot wheel that spins. Bill, spin my arm.
Come on, come on, come on! Come on, come on! I win a Winnebago. I win a Winnebago! No! So close. I spun it a little too hard.
David is learning disabled. He studies every day as soon as he gets home from practice until he falls asleep every night. I usually come in and find him slumped over his desk, using that playbook you made him as a pillow. He's a good boy. He just has trouble retaining anything. He deserves an A for effort, though.
No wonder even I couldn't teach him. Happy Veterans Day! Happy Veterans Day!
Come see what Channel 84 calls a fragrant bouquet of human emotions.
Oh, Hank, come on, there's no reason to be ashamed about your crying. But yet I am.
I wasn't crying. Coming from the heat of outdoors and then into the air-conditioned theater is naturally going to cause some condensation.
Now, I am not a professional psychologist, but I am an amateur psychologist. And I think that this spontaneous eye-watering may have something to do with your father.
Nope, it has nothing to do with anything.